There are 6 letters in the name Praise, and he became the 6th housemate to be evicted from the BBNaija house. I go by the name of Chu for OLORISUPERGAL.com, and let's go sit down with him. But first, I had to prepare. Hi, man.
I'm good.
How you doing? Chop Knuckle. Oh, Praise.
Yes.
Oh, wow, we're so similar. My name is Worship for short.
Worship.
Yeah.
Yeah, praise and worship. Wow.
Yeah, praise and worship.
That's a term. Praise and
That's
worship.
crazy. But some people call me Chewy for short.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you, man?
I'm fine. I'm good. I feel good. I'm all right.
I'm good too. I'm good. You know, first and foremost, congratulations. Let me grab a drink with you because I see you already.
Yes,
you started
I'm
without
ready.
me.
I'm sorry. I couldn't wait.
It's okay. It's okay. Cheers. Let's cheers to a good interview.
Cheers.
Congratulations on,
Thank you very much.
I tell everybody that comes on the show, congratulations on getting into the Big Brother house.
Thank you very much.
It wasn't easy,
Nah,
so 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Man, did you expect to be gone at this point in time?
As the day goes by, you want more. Oh, sorry. As the week goes by, because we live from week to week. So as the week goes by, you want more. First week, no eviction. Okay. Second week, that was close. But I want more. Third week, oh, nothing happened. Fourth week, we still there here. Fifth week, it happened, and I was ready. I was ready. I think mentally, emotionally, I was ready. Like I was so ready. I felt like if now is the time for me to go, now is the best time, and I was ready to go.
And you mentioned it was a tough week for you.
It was a tough week for me because, something happened in the house that made me remember, and that made me see the date, because we never knew what the date was, because we forgot, and something happened that made us see the date, and I started keeping track of it. I wish I hadn't done that, only for me to keep track of it and realize 23rd of August is my late brother's birthday.
Looking back at your time in the house, some people regarded you as a loudmouth with no filter, and you made jokes at the expense of the housemates. How do you?
Yes, I don't know. Coming out, I and seeing some things, I felt like maybe I was too, maybe I should have been a little bit sensitive to the housemates. But then it was all cruise.
Oh, it was all cruise?
Yes, they use me catch cruise. I use them catch cruise
back.
So I get, there are times where they insult my lisp because I have a lisp. And when I talk, if you tell me to pronounce anything that has S, I would look at you like this, just. Because when I want to pronounce S, I always keep my teeth like this, S. Because if I don't do this, it's like a snake doing. So they always made fun of me, and it was okay. And I came clean, and I said I had a flat head. And in secondary school, they used to call me flat bottom flags.
This guy flat bottom.
And that's why I started to grow my hair, because I didn't want anyone to see my flat head.
Wow, the same thing almost happened to me.
I started growing my hair because I didn't want anyone to see my flat head. So when there's hair, you never know.
That's the same thing that happened to me.
I had to do that, and I came clean. So it was just cruise for me. We would stroke each other, and I'm good at mimicking people, so I like to do that a lot. When you do something so funny and no one sees it, when like everywhere is all tense and all, I'll just do it. And when I do it, they will know who I'm mimicking, because I'll do it so well that you don't need to even, I don't need to tell you this is the person I'm mimicking. I'll just do it.
I like that.
And I used to mimic Bright a lot in the house.
Okay, to get to that.
Yes, I was good. I used to, there's the way he talks in the world and all that. So I'm like, I used to mimic him a lot, and that was the most funniest thing about the house. That Bright stuff, it was priceless. You get, so I feel, I don't know how they took it, but I felt like some people took it too serious, and I wish I had that. You're in the house with them, they're not saying, a lot of people don't say things to your face, but they say it behind your back. And me, when you piss me off, I'll tell you straight up, like, good dude.
So it sounds like you're someone that was, you was made fun of, growing up, but you were able to take it in good stride, and then you also dish it because you can take it.
Yeah.
Growing up, did you live in a flat as well?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Most of my early years were in Ka3na. I was born in...
Did you live in a flat in Ka3na, or was it a duplex?
It was a duplex.
Okay. So the only thing that was flat in your life was just...
my head.
Your head?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
That's funny.
Okay. Yeah. But take me back to the house. Overall, how would you say your experience was looking back in your 5 weeks in the house, man?
I wouldn't change a thing. It was.
Wouldn't change a thing?
I wouldn't change a thing. It was amazing meeting those
The
amazing
ups,
people.
downs.
Yeah, my ups. Where there are times where I would lash out. There were times where I would have my moments where, there were times where I won games. There were times where I lost games.
You are also winning hearts as well and breaking some.
I don't know
hearts.
about that, but but I felt like I brought laughter and joy to my housemates.
You did.
I feel so.
You did.
I feel so. So I won't say I regret anything.
I heard you were one of the leaders when it came to the partying and the dancing, and now that you're gone, who do you think is going to take your place?
I don't think there can be any praise in the Big Brother house. They're just gonna have to continue and make do with what they have. Yes, Neo is also a good dancer, but he ain't no praise. Prince and Praise as a duo is sick when we do our stuff and we do uniform things.
Yeah, you led the charge.
Yeah, P Square. So we call ourselves P Square because he's a Nelson and I'm a Nelson.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I don't think it would be the same, or the party nights would be the same without me.
All right. So you once told Kidwaya you had feelings for Wathoni, and it seems she's just in the middle of a lot of
drama,
triangle. Triangles and stuff. Was that?
Yeah, I think.
Was that a strategy? You really?
No, not really.
Her?
I think I liked Wathoni as a person, but it wasn't deep. It wasn't really deep. And I felt like Wathoni lost her game at some point in the house because, she's just there and she's not being highlighted. Wathoni. Sometimes I'm like, Wathoni, come and do this, and she's like, she doesn't want to do. And the main thing about being in the house is to highlight yourself because people need to see you and remember you. So that when it's time to vote, they'll remember you. So I liked her as a person, and I kept on saying my spec, because she's the kind of she has the kind of shape and height, and for the kind of girls I like. I love petite girls. I love girls who have forehead, and that was where my spec came from. Not from the fact that I wanted to date her or I wanted to have something with her, but because she represented the kind of girls I like.
So you like girls?
Yeah, I like
that look like
petite
her.
Girls. Yeah, I love petite girls that have forehead, and she was petite. And
that have fun.
Forehead.
Forehead. Okay.
Forehead
okay.
Gang.
Forehead.
Rihanna gang.
Yeah. So it's just like your thing.
Yeah, it's like my thing.
Okay, that's nice. I like petite girls as well. I like a lot of things. I also like to watch the Big Brother show, and I liked watching you liking to be under the sheets with Ka3na.
Why? What? I mean, I knew that was coming. There was nothing in that. Nothing happened. You want me to take this off and look at you too? Nothing happened. I know that's pretty much the question everybody wants to ask.
A lot because we looking at the VAR.
You saw what you saw.
Yeah.
Exactly, but nothing happened.
Because her legs was like.
Yeah, nothing happened. It was.
She drew.
It was.
What was that thing she brought back from outside the bed?
I don't know what it was, but it was intense.
You didn't take it off?
No, I didn't take it off.
So she
and
took
it was
it off
intense.
herself.
I don't know how that all happened because we just finished playing games that night.
Because you guys were in the bed and your bodies were turning on your own.
I know.
Under the sheets.
Yeah, but it wasn't what it seemed.
So what was it?
It was intense. We cuddled and it was very intense.
You said you cuddled. She said you guys cuddled.
We cuddled.
I said we cuddled.
Yeah, she said you guys cuddled. She said.
And I said, that's the same thing. That's pretty much the same thing. We cuddled and it was intense. It was very intense.
How intense?
Intense.
Was it intense?
I don't know what that means, but it was intense. And that's what it was.
She said the Big Brother house was cold and she used you to keep warm.
Yeah, a lot.
What were your intentions?
That was pretty much it. Because early in the Big Brother house, the first night we got there, it was really cold, and everyone everyone stayed in one room pretty much. Everyone
you
was
didn't come
looking
with
for
sweater.
Eh?
You didn't carry sweater to enter the house here.
I didn't go in with any sweater because I used to be muscular because I've lost all my gain though. So I love wearing tank tops. You get, and most times, the kind of body that I have, even when I'm cold, I always have warm body. And sometimes when you check my temperature, you might feel, so most times I tell people my temperature doesn't really mean I'm running a fever or something.
So your body is normally hot.
I have warm, my body is normally warm, and that's why most times, that warmth, they get it.
So you did you have that warmth in the house?
Yeah.
So were you providing heat to Ka3na, or?
Not all the time, but once in a while, yes.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, I think on 2 occasions, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, a lot of people have said a bunch of things. You've heard this. Did you discuss the possibility of this happening with your fiance?
No. Yeah, we had discussions prior, like,
prior to getting into the house.
Prior to getting into the house, like, this is Big Brother, these are my intentions, in the house. But, it's a game, and at the end of the day, when you get there, you're with these same people. You wake up to see these people. You every single thing, every corner you look, is this same person or whatsoever. So it was never intended to happen. I wasn't going into the house to have anything to do with anybody.
Never experienced it.
Regardless, no. It was never a thing for me, because going into the house, my strategy was to be as loud as I can be, because I have a very loud personality.
You are definitely loud in the house.
I'm present. My personality was to be present in the house and to make my name, a name in that house. You get, and all that. So that was pretty much it. And she gave me all the support I needed.
Okay, so whatever happened there, that's not your real face. That's not the real.
No, everything that happened in Big Brother, like my personality and all, that's me.
Including the babes, Wathoni, Lucy.
Yeah,
Ka3na.
I think.
That's still you.
Yeah, I think you're not responsible for how people feel about you.
Yeah, but we're talking about the actions, though.
Yeah,
actions.
with Lucy, we got close at a very late stage in the game, because we got close like a week prior to my eviction, and that was when I knew she liked me. But even before then, I always made my intention known to all the housemates that, look, I was engaged and I had a son, and yeah.
So whatever is happening.
So
is
whatever
just for the moments.
happens, whatever is gonna. If you wanna still be close to me, at least I want you to know that this is what I have outside the house, because I didn't want to come into the Big Brother house lying about my personal life and catching all the crews I want to catch in the house, because I didn't want to be that liar, and I wanted all my housemates to know. And prior, those that have left the house and those that are still in the house can testify to the fact that I always stated that that this is who I am and this is what I was about.
Okay. Speaking of relationships, you and Kidwaya seemed quite close. You guys were buddies, especially during that last week. Little butt slapping here, hugging, good.
Yeah.
Friendly stuff.
Yeah.
Have you found out that he had the decision to save either your Wathoni
I've seen the
and
videos, yes.
you had to go? How did you feel about that when you found that out?
I wasn't surprised, because at the end of the day, it's a game, and I felt like, he had to. He had the last hand.
Yeah.
And I would say at this point of the game, I think people are starting to strategize, and people are starting to know that this shit is a game. And at the end of the day, your biggest threat would be what you want to cut. We were closer now, and why I wasn't also surprised, that the week he was head of house, we had so many misunderstandings, we had so many, disagreements and all. So I felt like if he was the one to do the tiebreaker, I wasn't going to be the one.
So you felt he caught you because you are possibly a threat to him?
Yes.
Okay. So, of all the relationships, in the house going on, who do you think has the most genuine connection?
Neo and V.
Neo and V. Why do you think that?
Because to some extent, I I've spoken to them and I've seen gestures. I don't know if everything is being shown in the on screen because we were in there, and sometimes the cameras can be different places while something else is happening somewhere else.
Yes.
So I've seen some, gestures. I see the way they care about each other. They've had several big fights, and they've come back. And I see the way she is, and I've had conversations with her personally about Neo, and it's genuine.
Okay. Now, reflecting on your time in the house, do you feel like you've achieved all that you came there to do? I mean, I know you said you wanted to be loud, you wanted to be present in the house, and now you're currently absent in the house, because you're right here with me. Do you think you achieved everything you set out to do in 5 weeks?
To some extent, yes, I think I did because, the kind of vibes I've been getting since I left the house, and the kind of messages I've been getting since I left the house, it makes me feel like, despite the ups and the downs, I still made a statement, I still made a presence. I never knew that people were always looking forward to me every Saturday because I love to have fun, and I only get 2 weeks. I only get 2 hours every Saturday to dance. It gives you that club vibe. So I only get 2 hours every Saturday, and I most definitely would rock that party and scatter the place. You get so I feel like I made an impact in the house. Despite I'm not there, I feel like my presence will still be missed.
Yeah, I loved your dance moves, and there was a dance move I came across from you that I want you to teach me, at some point in time during this interview. But we'll just wrap this up, this section. You seemed quite lost when Ebuka asked you what your future plans were, and you said you've achieved all you wanted to do. But your future plans, you seemed quite, lost when you asked that.
Yeah, at that point.
Did anything change?
No, at that point in time, coming outside the house, you just don't want to rush and say anything. I needed to, just relax and sleep because at that point, everything was happening so fast.
Okay.
You get, I've always had an idea of what I wanted to do, and I had always laid foundation to it, which is dancing, fitness, entertainment as a whole. So you get, Big Brother just happened to be the platform I needed the most. I don't think I would have appreciated Big Brother if I had gone last year compared to the way, because right now the whole world is slowing down and
they have time to really watch.
And they have time to really watch. So
yeah.
I felt like it happened at the right time for me. So I'm still gonna go ahead with my dancing. I'm still gonna go ahead with my fitness. I have a brand called Explicit Life, which I had before even leaving.
What is Explicit Life?
Explicit Life. It's my brand. It consists of 3 movements, which is dance, dance performance, dance choreography. Then I have the fitness under it, which consists of dance fitness, strength training, bodybuilding. And I also have the male exotic dancers. Yeah, I have a team of guys.
Exotic dancing.
Yes. So
wow.
yes. So what we basically do is sell fantasy. Bridal showers, hen nights.
Like Toya of last year.
Yeah,
Have you ever been a stripper?
Have I ever been a stripper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. So that I also do that. I have my team. So that's something that I feel like could be explored in Nigeria. What you can do is dance. So why not use that dance to make money and pay your bills?
So what are your criteria for recruiting male strippers?
Firstly, body. Firstly, you have to have a good body. You have to, you have to be able to, you have to be willing to work on your body day in, day out. Because for me and my guys, we are gym freaks. If you go to my Instagram page, you will see a lot of pictures from the gym, videos. So you need to be, want to work yourself out, and also you need to be open to performance now, and you need to be comfortable with your body.
On Twitter, at Emayeka says, he or she asks a lot of things, but she says, who do you think will take the 85 million?
I have two people in mind, Laycon or Prince. Yeah, apart from the fact that I'm close to them, I feel like they have game. They have strong game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For Laycon, he's an underdog. You won't see it coming. You will not see it coming. But for Prince, he's present. He has presence in the house. But my only fear about Prince not winning is if he at any point gets to the bottom four, he will be cut off. I feel like he'll be cut off because
some of his followers,
he's a threat.
He's a threat. I heard some of his followers, they're trying to steal recharge cards from other groups to vote for him.
Yes, because if he falls under that.
So speaking of Laycon, right? At Felicity Concept says, why is it that most people in the house don't want to get booed up with Laycon despite his intelligence?
I think when it comes to long term, Laycon will be the guy because he has that intellectual ability. But for short term, you would go for a hot guy. You know, so I feel like even Laycon, we had a conversation and he said, this is not the first time because of his stature he has been, you know. But at the end of the day, I think the right person would love him. And I kept telling him in the house, there are thousands of people waiting for you to come out who can't wait to have you. Yeah. So don't let anyone make you feel irrelevant or make you feel, you know, small. So I feel like it's their choice. You get? I don't think if one person, what's the word? If one person rejects you, it means the other person will do that. Okay. Yeah.
At Banfort's __ on Instagram is asking, did you cry after being evicted?
No, I don't know. I keep waiting for the moment where I would break down and maybe cry. I don't know when it's coming, but you know, I felt like at the point when I left was the right time for me to leave. So I'd rather just ball like a king than, you know, stay and become a nuisance.
Okay, okay. So I'll take this last one from Instagram. At shalom.frank is asking, how did you and Brighto end up not being friends?
I think at some point I felt like I was going to be close to Brighto because I loved his energy, you know. But I think maybe because at some point the imitation or the mimicking thing got really, it got bad and it got to him because at some point I stopped doing it and the whole house started doing it. So I think at that point I had already set it up, so everybody was doing it. Everybody in the house from every corner. So I felt like that was it. I felt like that was why, you know, me and Brighto just.
All right. Personal question from me. Does it feel weird being out of the house and watching the show on TV?
No, it doesn't feel weird actually.
Like that? Yeah. That was you?
It doesn't feel weird because when I watch the show, I still feel like a success because I was part of the show.
Yeah, does it feel like strange that you're not there, but those are your guys you're seeing in a box?
Yes.
That's
and
what I mean.
There was a time I was watching and I heard someone mention my name, and you know, and even someone used like a slang. I called sausages sausage, and someone said it, and I just laughed where I was. Watching it makes me feel like I'm still there with them. But there are times when I'm outside now, so I'm watching my guy, maybe Laycon, play a game, and I want him to win, and I'm like jumping in front of the TV, my guy, let's go. Like yesterday, head of house game pained me when Prince didn't win. I won't lie to you. I was like, Biggie, why would you do that? Because I wanted him to win so bad. That dude has been close several times. Like yesterday makes it 5 times in a row. So no, I want him to get to the finals. Wow. But I fear for him because right now he's a threat. Wow. And I'm good I'm out, so I get to see the people who actually are saying stuff about somebody and will not come to their face. Yeah. So when Ebuka comes with the questions, we're like, but who is saying this and when did the person say this? So now I get to, you know, see it for myself, and and I don't have any ill feeling towards anybody in the house.
All right. Well, you're glad you're out. Well, I'm glad you're out because I wouldn't have had the time to have this conversation with you. I love that you want to see your people win, and we want to see you win as well. We're looking forward to what you're going to be doing in the entertainment industry, whether it's dance, possibly acting, taking that Mimicking to the next level, and your brand. So thank you so much, man.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate the conversation.
Thank you very
that's
much.
all we have, guys, for this interview. Remember, you can follow Praise on his social media on the screen. Follow me on mine on your screen. Remember to like, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until I come your way next time, I go by the name of Chewy Chew, and this has been Olori Supergirl TV.